go.
All right, next episode. We're back. SST episode 2.
And I know it might look like we're in our same clothes from the last episode. That's because
We are. Yeah. It's the same day.
Same day.
It's the same day.
I can talk about 2 trailers.
Yeah, you know what? And plus, you guys like this shirt, so like we're all good.
Yeah, and my shirt looks cool too. Michael, you should probably change.
why am my guy Captain Strays, bro?
All right, so Captain America, Brave New World.
What do we think?
I think the trailer actually looks pretty cool.
I agree.
Unpopular opinion from what I've seen on the internet space. I think the movie might actually be the first good Marvel movie since Endgame. I'm hoping.
I agree.
I think this one could be cool, guys.
I agree.
I see Elijah's over here like, nah.
It's not the first time I saw a movie that looked like it could be good in the commercial.
Which movie?
And then I remember it's like, hold on, this is Disney. And then the movie or TV show came out.
I mean,
and it was bad.
What was it?
So,
Besides Buzz Lightyear.
or anything they did with Star Wars.
No. I mean, like strictly
just saying,
Marvel speaking.
Strictly Marvel.
Like any trailer post Endgame. A lot of them really.
Wait.
look that
No.
cool.
Post Endgame now. If you're talking about
Movies.
the Spider-Man.
That one doesn't count.
That
yeah,
doesn't
no,
count?
Spider-Man's
That's a Sony
also
movie.
released, and there's
But he's still a Marvel character.
He's a Marvel
character,
character, but like that wasn't a Disney Marvel film. That was a
Yeah.
Sony and Marvel associated film.
Okay,
That was
well,
why it's good,
people in the
'cause-
comments, tell us what
Sony's
you
been
think about
popping
that.
off.
Tell us what
Sony
you-
was that was a good trailer and it
People
was
in
a
the
good movie,
comments,
but
tell us
I
what
don't
you
think
think
it counts
about
as
that.
an MCU movie. Even though Doctor Strange was in it,
Came
that
after
was a Sony
Endgame.
movie. That wasn't a Marvel movie. They're different.
I think it's mainly just their TV shows. Like their trailers for
They
the
did a
TV
lot of
shows
TV
weren't
shows.
pretty.
I honestly don't remember any movies after Endgame.
Not too many.
Yeah, it was mostly
not too
TV
many.
shows.
I mean, except
Like,
for that
there were the
horrendous
Eternals.
Thor movie.
That was a Thor
And the
movie.
Eternals was bad. That one actually.
Now,
the trailers for the Eternals
wasn't great, but I did like the ending fight. I don't know why. Something about Icarus just hitting. No, not Icarus.
Was that the speed person?
What's the speed? Icarus is the one that was getting hit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mercury.
I'm sorry.
Mercury.
Quick side note: that is how you do a speed character in live action.
Yes.
That
was a dope speed
That was
character.
amazing. Okay, that's all I have to say
Yeah.
about that.
But
But the movie itself, like
the
I
movie
couldn't
itself
finish
was
it.
like,
I didn't
but
finish it.
Yeah, but
that
the trailer for Eternals wasn't like,
don't
yo,
even
that looks like
remember.
it's gonna be dope.
I don't
I don't know. When I was watching the trailer, it was actually kind of cool because they had like
It was
those
like-
big creatures showing up. There weren't any it wasn't like the best trailer, but I mean,
But like, there are a few trailers I remember. I remember Captain America: The Winter Soldier when that trailer came out years
yeah.
ago. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
he
that's
caught
true.
Captain America's shield. Whoever that guy is looks cold. Like that's gonna be sick. I remember seeing the trailer for Spider-Man: No Way Home. That one looked really cool. The movie looked really cool. And then I think for Infinity War, I was also like, yo, that looks like it'd be a cool movie. The other trailers for Eternals.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it didn't look amazing,
I
but it was
vaguely remember
all
it.
right. It piqued my interest, but it wasn't like, yo, that movie's gonna be legit.
Okay, so what
Captain
you're
America:
saying
Brave
is,
New World. That
this is one of
trailer,
those trailers
yeah, that
too?
trailer looked legit. Like, yo, I'm gonna enjoy this.
I'll give you
I'ma
that.
check
Yeah,
that
the
one
trailer
out.
was pretty good.
That's my
I'm
personal opinion.
I'm just like I've had my hopes up for too long. So now I'm
is
just
true.
I'm just putting them down so it can be raised up for a change.
Hey, do we ever tell people our names?
Do
They
we
know
have to?
your name because I've said it a couple times. And they know your name. No one knows my name yet.
Okay, how about this?
might know me
I'm
from
gonna
the
give
other
you guys
channel,
our
Million in the
names. So
Making.
check it out. Here we go.
We're gonna put that in the
Iron Man,
description, too.
Captain America, and Thor.
I don't want to be Thor.
Cloak. Cloak. He's not a Marvel.
Did you say
movie
Hulk?
yet. I did say. Did I say Hulk?
said-
He has to be in a movie.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
no.
M'Baku.
M'Baku.
Man, try. French fry.
Dead fly.
You bald headed demon.
Okay.
We will not help you.
All right, so like my only thing with this new Captain America is like he's got no super anything.
No super serum.
No super serum, right? I mean, like he's got the shield. I know that vibranium is pretty strong and everything. And according to my bro here, he's got a vibranium suit. Which
You didn't see Falcon and the Winter Soldier, did you?
I did, but I don't remember him having a new vibranium
At the
suit.
end of the
Bucky,
movie.
I remember the
Bucky
new suit,
asked-
but I don't
TV show.
remember it being vibranium.
Whereas-
Bucky asked Wakanda soldiers, the ladies,
Yeah.
to make him a suit. And he-
So I think I'm not sure if anyone explicitly said the whole suit's vibranium, but I'm pretty sure it's vibranium.
I just remember that the head part was uncovered and it was
And we all kind of thought that was funny. I was like,
Yeah,
you made him a
like-
whole vibranium suit and you just
Forgot
skipped
that.
this helmet.
Okay, y'all really need to read comics sometimes. That's what
Hey,
his suit
look,
like.
I know that's
I'll
what it
say
looks
that.
like. I'm just saying, I was like, do the man a solid. Give him a
Sometimes this stuff
helmet.
doesn't make sense in the comics either. Right.
I know there is a clip in the trailer where he does have a helmet though, and he like takes
Yeah.
it off like Iron Man though.
Yeah.
But even if it was vibranium, would he still survive against Red Hulk?
No.
That came
I would
out
like to.
way too fast.
I would like to point out, Black Widow survived one hit from regular Hulk.
That's because Hulk just turned into Hulk. He was still like figuring himself out, and he just kind of flung his hand and bumped into her.
And doesn't Black Widow
they weren't
also-
fighting where he was like, you know what? Boom.
Doesn't Black Widow also have some kind of like
Nope.
super something?
She has a
though?
lot of training, and she's been sterilized. In the MCU, she's just human.
Yeah.
I thought
I know
there was
if
a
you
scene
see-
where she was talking to the Cap about like they did something to her.
Yeah, they
to make
sterilized
her
her.
a bit stronger.
No, they just trained her.
They just they sterilize her. That's what. So she has no connections to babies. Don't care.
She can't have kids.
Yeah. So no.
I
family.
remember that.
That.
But-
She was talking to Hulk with that conversation.
Yeah.
As far as talking to Cap, no, I don't think she has
Okay.
any powers.
Okay. One hit.
And she was down for the count after that. Like that woman
No,
barely got
she
up.
rolled. She didn't faint.
She was like out of commission for like half that battle on the helicarrier.
Okay. How about we give her 2 accidental hits? All I'm saying is I don't think he's.
Oh no! If it's a real fight, he's not going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
That's
this
what
was
I'm thinking. Like so.
He has to dodge every single one of Red Hawk's punches to survive this. Like
Now,
he not.
how do we think they're gonna make this Red Hulk? Is he gonna be like the one in the comics and in the regular stories? Is he gonna be in control, or is he not?
It looks like from the trailer he's not going to be in control. He looks like
At least not for the.
like it looked like when Captain was like, "You want me? I'm here." He just looked like he was just
In berserk mode.
yeah, like
Well, if he was in Berserk mode, could be completely on fire. That's what his
oh
Berserk
yeah,
mode
that's
looks like.
yeah.
Completely on fire.
Yeah, and
He
like
looks
the,
like
the comic books
fireball.
and stuff. He
Oh,
lights
okay.
up.
I didn't know he actually had a berserk mode.
Yeah,
I
he
meant
has-
like mentally he wasn't in control of himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
yeah, like
okay.
he seems
so not
like
berserk mode then.
he seems like just like what Hulk was when he first showed up. Just
Yeah, that's what I was
baby
thinking.
with too much strength and just
Tantrum
If they
mode.
do that,
Right,
that's
tantrum-
totally off what Red Hulk is. Red Hulk is completely in control unless he
From
goes-
day one?
From day one.
Yeah.
Really?
Red
so he's
Hawk
like
is-
She-Hulk.
Yes.
Interesting.
Except for when they get mad. That's the only time they lose control. Regular Hulk is the only Hulk that loses control. Mainly, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Like
people
a
out
second
there.
personality. I
He has
think.
multiple personalities.
Yeah, he has split personalities. And
Multiple.
then there's like Grey Hawk and
yeah, that's
Couple
true.
other Hulks.
Red Hawk is just one dude, right?
Yeah.
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 So
And then
Bruce,
She-Hulk is just one girl.
so Bruce Banner, his mind is so messed up. He makes multiple personalities. So
I
it's
think
kind
it
of
has something to do with like childhood trauma from
Yeah,
his abusive
childhood-
dad,
yeah.
and all that other stuff. Yeah, Bruce went through a lot, so
I
it
wonder
comes
if-
out differently.
I wonder if these guys will do something different. Like what we expect them to probably like throw hands, but the only thing we have to go off of thinking that him and Red Hawk are actually gonna like just fist it out. It's just that one poster with Red Hawk. Like his,
Yeah, I mean, why would you
it
put
wasn't
that in the
trailer.
poster? But if it's on the poster, they're saying he's gonna fight Red Hawk.
I think it's. I think he's going.
I think
to,
it's clickbait. Like,
Yeah, I think it's clickbait.
If it's
I think
clickbait,
they probably
I'm gonna be
know
mad.
that we think that this dude with no superpowers could possibly beat Red Hawk. He's probably gonna attack him, get wrecked, and then there have something else. So maybe he will get some kind of superpower, something. I don't know. If they
I don't
know
think
this.
he's getting any superpowers. There's no way for him to get superpowers. Like, no one's recreated the superhero serum. There's no way Wakanda's giving Captain America any type of Black Panther herbs or nothing. And then there's really nothing else to give. There's really nothing else to give him. So, like,
I say
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? They probably invent something. I don't know.
nah, he's just going to be a regular soldier in
maybe
a bunch
they're
of
pulling
vibranium.
somebody else. I don't know. But if they're thinking the way we are, right, that we don't think this guy could possibly beat Red Hawk, or maybe they're nerf Red Hawk somehow. I don't know.
They just get Red Hawk to stop fighting him really, really fast.
But I think what usually happens is they get Red Hawk or General Ross to stop.
Oh, yeah.
They just they convince him
So
stop
like
fighting.
the idea isn't to like take him down. It's
No.
just like get him to chill out.
Yeah.
You know
The
what?
only
Also,
time he'll have to take him down if he goes berserk.
Okay.
Yeah.
also from the looks of the movie, I don't think Red Hawk is like the main.
I don't think he's the main villain.
I don't
I
think
think
the main
someone
villain. I think
does that to
Nah, if somebody does that
Yeah.
to him, he might be crazy.
Yeah, because check it out, right? Because whatever was going on with Isaiah in there, whoever put him in there, I think that person,
Yeah.
that group of people with the president or whatever, they're the real villains.
Yeah, he
And
said
Red
like
Hawk-
someone was pulling the strings. on
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Red Hawk is just a side effect on there, but they're using that as clickbait to get everyone excited.
Wait.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, because there was that one scene where Harrison Ford's character, he looks like what's going on?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he turns into Red Hawk. So
Yeah, doesn't Red Hawk, like his character, doesn't the general do that to himself?
Normally, I think so. Yeah,
Right?
Normally,
because he's
or-
trying to capture.
No, really ask somebody to do it to him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, it was
Same
still
thing,
on
right,
purpose.
right. That's
yeah.
the- yeah, you
It's
know.
willing. Yes, it's willing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody stabbed him with it while he was
Something
giving a speech.
I didn't think about
Yes,
until
yeah.
now. What if this is a continuation from what's it called?
Winter Soldier.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier TV. What's it called?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
With
Then
the
they changed
kids?
it to Captain America.
Because
Winter Soldier,
remember
yeah.
in that story, what was going on? They was trying to take the world to the way it was
Yeah, during the snap.
during the snap.
Those 5 years.
Which is something else I want to say.
What if somebody
We'll get
still
that in a
trying to
minute.
break down society?
It's
and
possible.
so they're making America lose their leader by making him a crazy man,
Mm-hmm.
and then America. I don't know. What if like this is all about trying to destabilize governments?
that could be
you
it.
know what? I changed my mind. This movie is probably going to be really good.
Why?
Because the government's back. Usually when the government's involved and they get into like a little bit of politics,
normally is
right, it's
pretty
normally
good
pretty good
when
because
they
like,
get involved with that.
now they're manipulating the, like
I mean,
Winter Soldier.
That had
It's like I'm-
Winter Soldier, Civil War.
Y'all wouldn't
yeah.
that
even
had a
know.
good deal
Yeah,
of politics
yeah.
in there.
Oh, I just thought of so many things.
What?
Y'all know in what's it called? Captain America. Is it called Winter Soldier? Yeah,
The second one? Yeah, Captain America.
The movie.
Yeah.
The dude with the iron fist.
There's a
Vibranium. Sorry.
no. I think the Civil
Don't
War.
kill me.
Civil War.
Okay.
When they capture Bucky the first time, and Stark is around, and Stark goes, "Hey, Manchurian Candidate." Y'all know what that is? Y'all heard that movie?
Wait, say it again?
The Manchurian Candidate.
No.
Okay, it's a movie with Denzel Washington. I always forget this other guy's name, but he played Sabretooth in the Wolverine movie, X-Men Origins
Oh,
Wolverine.
that guy.
Yeah, okay. So they're acting together, and what's happening in this movie is a group of people made a group of soldiers almost hypnotized, but not hypnotized. They did something to their brains for real. Some of them kind of got pieces of what happened to them. Some of them don't understand. A lot of them just black out. But basically what happens is, in Civil War, that guy came and spoke to him with certain words and phrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Zemo.
Same
right,
thing
right.
is in Manchurian Candidate. They say
really?
certain words or certain, like, they'll say his name 3 times first. Like Steven, and like something start clicking, and then they say it's a whole thing they say.
Right.
But what they're trying to do is make certain people go into government or make them president so they can control governments and stuff like that. So that's what the story's kind of about. So what if if
There
they're
was a
doing
bit of
like
that,
two
yeah.
things, right? So in this movie, they put somebody in, right? But they have no way to control him. So they make him lose his position so somebody else can come in and take over. So now if you got a Red Hawk, nobody wants a Hawk as president.
That is true.
So they
I would be concerned
they're
about
trying
that.
to destabilize government. So who would be doing that? The only people I can think of is Hydra.
If they brought Hydra back, I mean, that could work, bro. That could work.
I would watch that.
I would watch that.
That would be pretty good.
Because, I mean,
And since
you can't
we-
assume that they just
And
kinda
since we
gave
already
up.
had the multiverse stuff happen, what if it's a different Red Skull?
I'd be curious on how
But
we
there's a
got
lot of
into our
different
universe.
Yeah. They
No.
wouldn't have to do that.
But
as
there's a
far
lot of
as
different Barons, though.
as far as having
It would be difficult to do the Hydra thing because I think they identified everyone who was Hydra during Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but there's a lot of different cells. They
yeah,
still
yeah. I feel like
I
they got
guess.
like maybe some of the higher ups. But I could see them like being beneath the scenes during like the blip and everything, and then just like coming back in like a different way.
Maybe because I know at the end of Captain America Winter Soldier and the beginning of Avengers Age of Ultron, I think they were wrapping up a good deal of Hydra.
Right. But remember
We'll
what they
see.
always say: cut off one head,
And 2 more will take,
take its place. They can't
It's
completely.
possible. It's possible.
That
Well,
would be
I guess we'll have to
cool.
wait and
Yeah,
see.
we'll have to
So
see.
I think my theory is Hydra is actually back
Mm-hmm.
somehow and trying to do even more sneakily. Like, okay, how can we get control without things going too crazy. And I almost want to look this up. I wonder who made the serum from Ross. It might have been. I'm trying to think, who was it?
I
don't know enough about Hawk to be able to school
I can't
anybody.
remember.
On it.
I would actually like to see Falcon America go up against Hydra. That would be
Falcon
kind of
America?
Yeah, Falcon America. I'm sorry. Whenever I say Captain America, I'm thinking Steve
Rogers, yeah.
Yeah.
Falcon America actually ain't a bad name.
I mean, think about it like this. There's multiple Spider-Men.
Right.
We got Spider-Gwen. We got Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Well, if the internet created Bully Maguire and everyone knows who he's talking about, then Bully Maguire.
Bully Maguire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Then I think I should be able to get away with Falcon America. Same amount of syllables.
What
right?
is Falcon's name? Human name?
Sam?
Yeah.
Sam Wilson?
Sam.
I
think so. Yeah.
Wilson? I think it's Sam Wilson. I'm pretty sure Sam Wilson. So it's Captain America, Sam Wilson, basically. That's how we treat Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yes.
Yeah, just use
throw
his
name
real
in there.
name.
Yeah. Captain America, Sam Wilson.
Now, just a question. This might be like a political question. Do you think it was easy for them to use or to have a black Captain America because he was in the comics?
Yeah. I think it was easier.
Because do you think he's more well received because he was in comics?
I think so.
I think he's well received because he's in the comics. Personally, when I was watching Endgame and it was time for Captain America to pass on the shield, a part of me was kind of thinking it should go to Bucky.
Yeah.
But I know in the comic it goes to Falcon, so I guess they have to go to Falcon. But part of me was kind of thinking, like, I feel like Bucky would be the next best option.
The only reason Bucky wouldn't be because Bucky is... Because the comic books use Bucky differently. That's why. Comic books use Bucky as more of a infiltrator, spy.
Okay.
He's more like SHIELD agent type. Straight.
So was, Captain America.
Well, Captain America did it on behalf of Nick Fury. He was never really
a SHIELD agent?
Yeah, he was never really supposed to be full on SHIELD agent. He was always Captain America. I'm on the front lines with my guys. We at the front of the war.
So it would be more outside of his character.
Yes.
Put him as Captain America.
This guy is more. I know both of them are military, but Bucky's been, indoctrinated still by Hydra. He looks at people. He's looking at people a certain way. So where Sam would be like, he probably be more trusting of everybody in a certain sense. Bucky be like, I don't trust none of these people.
I mean,
I think that would be a cool evolution
yeah.
of Captain America, though, where it's like, it's not the exact same character. It's not Steve Rogers. It's Bucky Barnes. But Bucky Barnes and Steve Rogers are both from the same time period.
Yeah.
Bucky Barnes and Steve Rogers probably have the same general beliefs. I mean, they were best friends, for crying out loud. So, like, it would be new stories with Bucky because Bucky isn't Steve Rogers. But I do feel like technically, especially after his whole character arc with him like being mind washed and then them fixing him and then him coming back and all that, I was like, technically it kind of makes more sense for it to be Bucky.
You know what? It also kind of does
then after Bucky
go with
can
that
go
whole
Falcon.
because Bucky's supposed to be like Captain's sidekick, right?
Actually, yes.
Yeah. So like
in the
sidekick
past, yeah.
take over like Robin or something, right? I can see that, but they just never
if
use
they're going by
that.
comics,
Well, that's the thing.
Steve
Going
Rogers
by
does
comics,
give
it has
it-
to go
does
to-
give it-
yeah,
has to go
it
to-
goes to
Sam
Wilson. I'm just saying.
appreciate them not doing a race swap, like just a new character.
Yeah, don't tell me Bucky's black now.
no,
Right,
we would have.
right,
Everybody would have
do that.
boycotted. We would like
Right, like why y'all doing this?
first you make
Why y'all doing this?
Wilson's white and Bucky's black. Really? This is how we're going to do this.
Look, just new characters, okay? Like I don't want to see you turn Steve Rogers into a black guy.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
like,
that's
look,
don't do it,
not,
guys.
that's not helping me, bro.
Don't do it. I don't
That's not-
want Peter Parker to be black either. I prefer him white.
Like the
Miles
whole
Morales?
Miles Morales ain't Peter Parker.
That's true, right? His connection to Peter dies.
That's the thing.
We're taking that's a new character.
Part of the
like,
reason people like Miles is because Miles is not Peter.
right? Like,
that's a huge deal.
Right.
Yes, I'm watching the trailer while we're doing
You know, like T'Challa ain't Thor. They're both kings, but from different places. They're different characters.
I am now king and warrior. Do you really think you keep him from me?
All right, I think that about sums it up
Yeah.
for me.
Personally, I'm excited for the movie. It could be bad because, it's Disney/Marvel, but it could be good. I'm hoping it's good. But
I'm trying to see if I see anything Hydra real quick in this. Because every time Captain America gets arrested, it's always Hydra.
He's only been arrested once.
But he just got arrested there.
And then he
I
got
mean, the
arrested
Captain
with Zemo.
Americas. The Captain Americas. Okay?
No. In Civil War, he got arrested. Kind of.
Yeah.
But that wasn't Hydra. That was Zemo.
That was Hydra.
That was Zemo in Civil War.
not Civil War. I'm not Civil War.
Yeah, I mean Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. It was.
In Winter
Hydra.
Soldier, it was Hydra, yeah. In Civil War, he got semi-arrested, but that was Zemo.
Okay, I see a helicopter back there.
I think that black guy is supposed to be the main villain. The one with the shades. Oh, yeah, that part where he cuts the car in half. I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll admit, like, he's pretty sweet though.
But I feel like you see,
Boxing those jets
You
with
see
the
how they
shield.
have like that old videotape looking kind of background on it too.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with the past again. Something about something they did.
Well, yeah, because they got Isaiah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his last name. Dang it.
Isaiah's funny.
And then he said he was experimented on. He got captured for a little bit too.
Yeah, no, Isaiah actually did have the superhero serum in him for a little while. And
He
then,
still does.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, he still does. And then I forgot what happened, but after like the war ended, they were like, okay, enough of you. Just go away. Go
That's
away.
why
You're
I think
black.
Hydra,
Yeah.
Right.
was the one experimenting on him. Let me look this up. Who gave General Ross his super juice?
Super juice.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just
Super
America.
juice is crazy.
And it was just like what you just said. You're black. You're bad. Right. We don't.
Enough of you. Get out of here. You're black.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, move it.
We're
So
just gonna
while
call
I'm
it
looking
that.
that up, you guys, find me another question. We got 5 minutes.
5 4 minutes. Well, we were about to wrap up.
I was chilling, bro. You better find this question quick, cause like I'm over here like.
Okay, who do you think Sam Love interest would be in this much?
I don't think he's gonna have a love interest.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's not allowed to have a love interest in this movie.
Politics.
Will She-Hulk show up in there?
I don't think She-Hulk or Hawk. Actually, no, I take that back. I think Hawk will show up. I actually like the actress for She-Hulk. I just do not like the writers for She-Hulk. So if they change the writers for She-Hulk, I'm perfectly fine with them using She-Hulk in like MCU films and TV shows going forward. The writers for that show are just horrible.
It would be cool if Hulk showed up.
Okay,
though.
so they said MODOK.
I feel like Hawk would have
in
to
the
show
in the
up.
comic books.
Or
it's
Hawk's
MODOK.
son, because he's apparently now part of the MCU.
Yeah, they can go ahead and retcon him. But
Yeah. Which is like, I really wish, side note here, I really wish someone at some point would have done some movies in between Infinity War and Endgame. That's 5 solid years of rich
Yeah.
storytelling that
Yeah,
they
they could do.
just ignore.
yeah, they
Like-
could do a lot.
You could do Planet Hawk within those 5 years because I don't think Hawk got snapped away. It was like Infinity War ends.
Yeah, the
he
main
won't
crew,
turn-
the main crew of the Avengers, they all stayed around. This is like all of our favorite extra characters.
Yeah, it got wiped. So like at the end of Infinity War, Hawk refuses to come out, and then at Endgame it's like, oh no, Bruce Banner and Hawk have joined together. It was like, y'all just gonna skip over that?
Right?
That's a
Yeah,
whole
that's a good
trilogy
point.
right now.
That's
How
a
y'all
good
not
point.
gonna cover that on screen? It was like, come on now, that could have very easily been like Planet Hawk. Hawk could have left again.
I guess
had a son, all that.
Ragnarok kind of like messed that up, right? Because
Okay.
weren't they doing like a Planet Hawk type thing with
They were
Ragnarok?
trying to, but all they did was had Hawk as a gladiator. But that didn't even scratch the surface of what Planet Hawk really was.
So who gave General Ross his powers is MODOK, Doc Samson, and the leader.
Well, it's definitely not MODOK.
MODOK is definitely.
Because they had they had something like MODOK
haven't seen
and
Doc-
Ant-Man Quantumanium.
I haven't seen Doc.
Oh my
Samson.
gosh,
he's gone.
Yeah.
That was
That was terrible.
Yeah, okay. That character is just obliterated now. So for
They need to retcon.
yeah, go ahead and retcon him. Right. We won't be mad. Just
Oh man.
So is it Doc Samson or leader?
Doc Samson. I don't know
who that is.
So Doc Samson, I don't know the please everybody. I'm not as deep as in comics as
They're fixing
The comic section will come
please.
get us. Don't worry about it.
They're there to save us
Yeah.
and probably
Doc
destroy us at the same
Samson,
time.
as far as I'm aware of, was a doctor that when I think this is when Hawk was like in prison, but the psychiatric kind, but the big kind, like the for supers. So he's one of the doctors that was there, and I don't know how it goes, but somehow he gets some gamma radiation that helps him get a little bit stronger too. He doesn't
really?
Hulk out, but he gets buffer and stronger.
Okay.
So he's not as strong as Hulk, but he's
stronger. He's
yeah.
got
Think him probably
some
like
version
a
of super.
leveled up of
Kind of like where Abomination
America.
was
Yeah.
in
No,
not Abomination, but think of like Incredible Hulk when they first juiced him.
Yes.
And he was fighting Hawk. He was still human, but you could tell it was like, oh, he's definitely taking something because he was jumping around, he was
Yeah.
fighting, and then they juiced him again, and then he turned into like Abomination. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Abomination Stage 1
Okay.
from the Incredible Hulk movie when he still
a little
looked
bit
like
higher
Lancy.
than that.
A little bit higher than
A
that.
little bit.
Okay.
More like Luke Cage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but probably not as indestructible.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's who Doc Samson is. He was somebody that Bruce trusted.
Okay.
So
I mean, who's leader?
leader is actually the guy, original comic book or TV show stuff. He was the original guy that caused the gamma bomb that went off. The one that helped transform. What's his name? He's the original guy that made the accident happen.
Some name,
but
like
Bruce Banner got
leader, right?
the muscle.
Very, very authentic.
Well, the leader got all the brain, so his brain is his head is.
Is that the guy with the big head?
Yes, that's the leader.
Oh, that weird looking guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
the name makes sense now.
we'll see who we get in the movie. If leader shows up, that'll be interesting.
Dr.
If Doc Samson,
Right. Somehow I
if Doc
doubt it.
Samson
I
and
doubt
leader
it.
show up, that'll be pretty interesting. I don't know where they're going with this story now.
I don't know who that black guy is.
Which one?
The one with the gun who was shooting at people. I think he's the main villain, but I don't know which character that is.
I think he was somebody that was in the group with Isaiah.
Oh, so he's ex-military.
Yeah.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
That's why.
It does, yeah. It does.
Or even worse, they still haven't brought out the group that was the team for Captain America.
The team?
I forget who they were. Somebody had super speed. Somebody could fly. Somebody had a shouting voice.
Yeah, like an actual team.
They
Back in the day.
after him though. Like it's in the. I'm
not
thinking of the
familiar.
Spider-Man animated series, but the hold on, let me see.
Spider-Man the anime from
well, we could
1994.
yeah, we could come back to that.
Watching that show.
Yeah, we'll come back to that another time if I find it. Let's end this.
Okay, you out of time?
I'm probably am.
We had 5 minutes a few minutes ago. Has it been 5 minutes?
5 minutes,
Yes,
few minutes
yes,
ago.
yes.
The few
So-
minutes was probably about 5 minutes. Right.
Probably.
That's episode 2. I'm way off. That's episode 2 of Saturday
Yeah,
Superhero Saturday Talk.
let's see what happens with this Falcon.
I'm Michael.
Falcon America movie, right?
I'm Isaac.
And I'm Iron Man.
Oh, I'm supposed to be Captain America apparently.
He's Elijah.
Dude, you're blowing my secret identity.
And we'll see you guys next time.
All right, peace. Okay, click the button.
That's the wrong button.
Yeah, bro, click the other
You gotta
button.
click the red one.
We always do this.